four-letter word. Don't forget the man you elected to govern. Begins with an R.
Try remember.
Fits? Good.
Compton here, come in.
The Baron just passed. He's alone. Over.
We'll take it from here. You go on home. Over and out. Right, he's on his way. Let's move.
It's hard. I can't keep my eyes open.
We've got an hour's drive ahead of us. Why don't you try to catch some sleep?
I can't do that. Wake me when we get near.
All right. Get down. Pull that rug over you and keep out of sight.
Out.
And if I don't?
I'll pull you out of their debt if I have to.
You just won your argument.
You have a letter in your pocket stating the time and place for a meeting. I want it.
What letter?
Don't make it tough on yourself. The letter?
What do you want me to do? Pull it out with my teeth?
Put him in your car. If he gives you any trouble, kill him. Right. You go in your car, I'll follow. really don't want to murder rap, but if he gives you any trouble, don't hesitate.
I better get that blanket off him before he suffocates to death. Train coming. Right, out! How you feeling?
Like a well-used punching bag. You mind if I sit up?
Help us out. What are you doing?
Just want to stretch my legs a little bit. Give me a hand.
If you can't get up on your own, better stay on the floor.
You look to me like a man who could use money. Why don't we make a deal?
You never give up, do you? The man I work for pays plenty.
Well, for a couple of thousand, you could buy a lot of chocolate bars. Time, I guess. You got a lot of things to do and not much time.
It's horrible.
Yes, it was. He was trying to kill you.
Didn't you find out anything?
Nothing we don't already know. Except the man we're supposed to meet's more important than we thought.
Can we make it in time?
No, I hope the guy isn't punctual.
You think they mean to kill him?
I wouldn't put it past him. The guys are pros.
Drive straight on and park somewhere out of sight. Stay in the truck unless you hear from me, okay?
You think he's arrived yet?
Don't know, we're a little early. But not to worry, I'm in no hurry. Okay, on your way.
John Mannering?
Yeah. Get in. You didn't sign your letter. Do you mind telling me who you are?
Well, that's not very important, is it? I hope you don't mind, but have you got some means of identification?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm sorry if I appear overcautious, but I can't be too careful.
No.
Before I left France, someone tried to kidnap me.
Kidnap you?
Yes, it seems that they know I've got some very valuable information. And they want it Very badly. But I've been told that you're an honest man, Mr. Mannering, and that you'll give me a square deal.
Well, I'll do what I can. Tell me, what made you pick this place for a meeting?
When I knew it, it was just a disused factory. I used to play here when I was a kid. I was surprised when I got here tonight. They're building everywhere these days.
Cigarette?
No. No. My chest's delicate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then, what's this all about?
Well, it's a long story. It's complicated. If it wouldn't bore you, it would be easier for me to begin at the beginning.
Oh, I've got all the time in the world.
Can't be far now.
We should be there. From now on, we're late.
I've worked in France for years. I was a male nurse in a hospital at Nice. Then I met this Englishman, and I went to work for him. And I was with him till he died, just a few months ago.
Go on.
He was good to me. And he swore that when he passed on, he'd leave me something of great value.
Did he say what?
Yes. The Corelli sword. You know of it?
Oh, well, what antique dealer doesn't? It was stolen 30 years ago from the Corelli collection and never recovered.
That's perfectly true. My patient was the man who stole it.
And it's in France?
No. It's here in England, where he hid it shortly after the robbery. He never dared go back for it. Anyway, he didn't need the money. He was wealthy. And later, well, he was too sick to make the journey.
But you know where the sword is?
Yes. Its whereabouts are my inheritance.
And, you want to sell this information?
Yes.
Well, I think we can do a deal, Mr. White. What's the matter?
How did you know? My name was White. I never signed the letter.
Now, that was careless of me.
How did you know?
Well, you see, I've known about you for a long time. In fact, it was I who tried to kidnap you last month, and I watched every move you've made. So, why don't you just tell me everything you know? Everything. Or what's left of your life could become very painful.
No. No. No!
Find a phone and call the police.
Okay.
You know, I don't enjoy hurting people. So why don't you just tell me what I want to know and you can get out and walk away from here?
I can't tell you. This is the only chance I'll ever have of making any money. It's all I've got.
But I'm not buying, I'm taking now. Let's start again from the beginning. Where is it?
Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me anymore.
Where is it?
Hey!
Yeah.
Compton! Get over here, fast!
But don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you.
Who are you?
I'm the guy you were supposed to meet.
The Baron?
That's right. I was hijacked on the way here.
You gotta help me.
Why don't you tell me what this is all about?
Well, let's get out of here first.
Just relax. Police should be on the way now. Now, why did you send me that note?
Well, I've got certain information.
Follow me.
Are they coming?
Not yet.
What are we going to do?
We're all right here for a while.
It's too much open ground. If he's got a gun, he'll pick us up before we get close to him. It's got to be our way. Just had an idea.
Can you see them?
No, but they're still out there.
The police, why don't they come?
They'll be here.
What is it?
Get back.
I can't move.
We'll get an ambulance.
No. It's too late. You have it.
What's that?
My pocket. Help me. It's important. Help me.
Is this what you wanted?
Yes. It's important. Help. Help.
Thank you.
Well, there's nothing in here. Nothing at all. I've checked almost all the items.
You said he told you it was important.
Well, I don't see how it could be. A couple of blurbs in there about yesterday's auction. They don't set off any bell. You take a look. Whatever it is, it's big. All this has got to add up to something.
Got any ideas?
Not many. All I know for sure is the man I was supposed to meet had some information. Some other people knew it, too. Who those people are and what the information is, that we don't know.
Maybe the police can identify one of them.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Mannering. I had your statement typed out. Perhaps you'd like to glance at it.
Yes, thank you. Did you make any identifications yet?
Oh, we've made a start. The man was shot. His name's Alan Yates. He has a record, small time. But he's been clean for the last 2 or 3 years.
You know where he was working?
Well, he's been unemployed for some time. His last job was as a warehouseman at Arkin Morley's.
Arkin Morley?
Yes, of course you'd know him, wouldn't you, being the same line of business?
Yeah, I know him.
Morley's about the largest antique dealer in Europe, isn't he?
Yes, and about the crookedest. He's running my racket.
It's probably quite slanderous. We certainly don't have anything on him, but this is off the record. We do keep a wary eye on him.
Well, you'll have to do more than that to nail Arkin.
Nevertheless, in the eyes of the law, an honest man.
Well, I wouldn't trust him with coffee money.
Well, naturally, we'll investigate, see if there's any connection between Morley and the dead man. Does the statement cover everything, Mr. Mannering?
Yes, that's about it.
If you'd like to sign it, I won't detain you any longer. I'll inform you of any progress we make.
Yes, I'll inform you, too. I'm planning to make a little progress myself. Well, it's been quite a night.
I'm beat.
First thing tomorrow, I'm going to talk to Arkin Morley. This whole thing has his trademark on it.
Just as long as we don't do anything more tonight.
You want a cigarette?
Not now. He wasn't very good at crosswords.
Hmm?
At least he hasn't got the same solutions as me. This is... These aren't words at all. This is it. Look. Here and here. See?
Let me see that. The Crusader, Parkston House, Sussex.
I certainly prove something.
What?
We may not know what it is, but at least we know where it is.
Yeah. Maybe Arkin Morley can fill us in on that.
I am sorry, darling. It just sort of slipped.
Yes, it's all right, Ducky. It's quite all right.
Do you want me to try it again?
No, I don't think so. I think we'll shoot it again after lunch. Off you go, my lovey.
All right, boys, lunch now.
Now, where is Arkin Morley?
Here.
Arkin, do you think you could fix this for me during the lunch break?
Well, it is irreplaceable, you know. However, I'll work my fingers to the bone.
That's exactly what I want.
Mr. Morley.
Yeah?
Main gate just rang, so there's a Mr. Mannering asking to see you.
Mannering. Yes, I'll see him here. Tell my assistant to join me, will you?
Is Morley an actor, too?
What an actor. No, he's giving technical advice on a film featuring antiques. He may be a crook, but he knows his business. You better wait here. I won't be long.
My dear John, how delightful.
Hello, Arkin.
Why, such a long time since we met. It was when I outbid you for the Matisse, wasn't it?
No, I believe it was when I outbid you for the Pissarro.
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. Well, now you're here, perhaps you'd care to look around. I don't suppose you get much chance to see this end of the trade, do you?
No, I always refer them to you.
Oh, what did you want to see me about, John?
You ought to know.
I am superbly accomplished in many things, but I am not a mind reader. Now, shall we sit down and get to the point? Care for a cigarette, John?
No, thank you.
Well, John, what's it all about?
I ran into some weirdos last night. Stocking masks and a whole bit. They gave me a pretty good going over.
Well, you do seem to associate with the most unattractive people.
But not by choice.
Are you suggesting I have something to do with this?
No, don't be sensitive, Arkin. I didn't say that.
Well, let's say what you mean.
The object of this hijacking was to keep me from getting a certain address. But it didn't work. The man I was supposed to meet was killed. But not before he managed to tell me everything. So that makes this address worth a great deal of money. Are you interested?
Well, it's possible. If the price was right.
Well, are you buying?
I won't beat about the bush, John. Half of whatever the sword fetches.
How much would that be?
Oh, come on, come on. When you are a dealer, you know perfectly well. 30 years ago, the Corelli sword fetched $250,000. Since when, it must have at least nearly doubled in value.
Thank you, Arkin.
What for?
For telling me what this is all about. Until now, I had... All right, let's go back.
Where are we going?
Fetch the Corelli sword. Where else?
You mean Mannering gave you the address?
He didn't exactly give it to me.
What to say? Great.
Well, turn around. We're going back.
What did you find out?
Parkstone House has been empty for 7 years. It's up for rent.
Got permission to view?
We can spend it as long as we like.
If the Corelli sword's been hidden there for 30 years, we'll need all the time we can get.
Well, maybe not. Got a lead. A crusader.
Boris Karloff must be throwing a party.
Not surprised they're having trouble renting this place.
What are you looking for?
Oh, history of the house, family records or something.
Where was it supposed to be stolen from?
From here.
Here?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty unlikely a thief would have left it here.
I imagine that's what people thought at the time. I understand the insurance companies offered a fantastic reward for it.
I hope it holds. Be nice to make a profit on this trip.
Yeah, well, that's only incidental. Corelli's sword shouldn't be stashed away somewhere.
Hey, John. Take a look at this.
Lord Simon de Bourville, the 4th Earl.
An impressive-looking gent.
Yes, he's the man who brought the sword home from the Holy War.
A crusader. There's supposed to be something special about this.
Well, if there is, it doesn't jump out and hit you in the eye, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Well, it looks like it'll be a long, hard search. Look, why don't you go down to the village and get us some coffee and sandwiches? That way we can keep at it.
All right. Anything particular?
No, anything at all. What happened to you? Did you get lost?
I'm afraid I'm responsible for the delay. You'll come down and join us, John. Oh, no heroics. I may not be the greatest marksman in the world, but at this range, even I couldn't miss this young lady. Close the door.
John, I'm sorry. They saw the car in the village
Never
and
mind.
stopped me.
Well, Arkin, your perseverance plus. How did you find your way here?
Well, your note didn't exactly help. I do wish I could boast that it was a remarkable case of intuitive calculation on my part. However, the facts are childishly simple. I followed you.
We lost you back.
Shut up. Look, why are we hanging about in the hallway? Why don't we go inside? And you look around for somewhere good and safe where we can lock them up.
I told them about the Crusader, John. I'm sorry.
Well, you really mustn't blame her too much. Compton can be very persuasive. Besides which, I've been searching for the Corelli sword for many, many years. I've invested a fortune into tracking it down.
I imagine so. Well, Arkin, what now?
Well, I really haven't thought very much about it. I imagine we'll have to kill you both.
Oh, really?
Mind you, we can think about that after we've found the sword. Ah. And here's the man responsible for it all. He could have had no conception of the death he was to cause, merely by returning from the wars with the trophy of his victories. It's fascinating, really, isn't it?
How's your Latin?
My Latin? I speak it and read it with a fluency which can only come from a very superior English education. Why?
Well, there's an inscription behind that. It might mean something.
Really?
Don't move.
That is going to cost you. You can't imagine how much that is going to cost you. Did you find anywhere?
Yes, it's the room downstairs. No windows and good heavy doors. Looks like a chapel or crypt or something.
A crypt. How very apt. All right, let's get them down.
I think you'll be comfortable.
Charming. Absolutely charming. Compton, what were you doing?
Oh, some paneling up there. It sounded hollow.
I have to take the whole house to pieces. We'll be here for months.
Well, what other way is there?
The Crusader is the only clue we have. I mean, there must be something about him somewhere. Well, come on. Help me go through these documents.
It's a little crowded, isn't it?
It's all right. They're checking out in the morning. Well, it's our old friend, the Crusader. Seal is broken on this. Beautiful, isn't it?
Fantastic.
You know, Arkin has no future in the cloak and dagger business.
Great. How do we get out of here?
You don't. Give me the sword. Quickly. Exquisite. Exquisite. All right, Compton. Finish him.
Like you said, Arkin, you're not the best shot in the world.
Why don't you come out in the open?
I can afford to wait. The way I figure it, you've only got 2 shots left.
Well, one will be enough.
So now you've got one. Well, Arkin, that's it.
Let's do a deal.
No deal.
Honey, what do you want from me?
It's you I want, Arkin. I'm taking you in.